Hello everyone and welcome to another track guide video. Today we are at Sardegna Road Track A. We're doing the track guide with the McLaren F1 while using racing mediums and racing soft tires. For example, of course, this track guide will be done on racing soft tires, but in the race you gotta use both racing mediums and racing soft tires. So keep that in mind. So without further ado guys, let's get going. And now let's start our lap. So it's really important that you carry a lot of speed onto the main straight, so you can get up to maybe 20-30 thousandths of a second. It's not a big deal, but in the end it all adds up. So the first braking point is just when you pass this fence. It's really close to 100-meter sign. I think you can brake a bit later, but that's about it. So starting to steer in when I reach the ending of the curb here and really kind of revving it up in the second, but I think you can also exit this turn in third gear. It always depends on the angle and stuff you take. It's actually the speed you take into the corner. Another one is the 50-meter sign, and you want to be braking just when you pass the 50. It's somewhere in the between that gravel and the 50-meter mark. It's always tough to decide where to brake, but that's kind of it. So not a lot of trail braking going into this one, because otherwise the car will slide. And I just went on the acceleration pedal for a while, not a long time, and I was just waiting for that shadow. So the shadow is your next reference point, and then immediately a little bit of trail braking in, going and like starting to steer in when the shadow kind of ends, and then really revving up the car in third gear and up to fourth and fifth gear until you reach that PlayStation sign. It's actually the third one, I think it's the third one in the row, braking just before the PlayStation sign, and then immediately starting to steer into the corner and waiting for those marshals. As you can see right there, these are the marshals you need to be looking for, and this is kind of the acceleration point where the acceleration point is. And once you reach that point, just try to get a decent exit and not go into the fence. But I think it's really safe to say that you can go really full out on the power once you get to those marshals. And again, that one is really important because you want to carry a lot of speed onto this really long straight, especially in the race, until you reach this 100-meter sign. So the 100-meter sign is maybe too late to brake, so maybe 110 to 120, and starting to steer in when you reach this last shadow. It's kind of an obvious point for steering in. Stop sign on the left, and you can see me putting in acceleration pedal down, and that's it. I was really fighting with the car, got a bit of oversteer, but in the end I somehow managed to get a 10th out of that one. So from to the right to the left, you want to be as left as you possibly can, and going into here looking for the end of the curb. And the end of the curb here is the point when I start to steer into the corner. You might do it a little bit later, but I think it's safe to say you can do it like this. So just a tap on the brakes is getting as close as possible to the fence, and immediately, so when you pass the fence, immediately on the power, it will get you a lot of time. So again, another braking point is the curb here, braking in the straight line and start to steer in when you see the sign on the left. A little bit sooner, maybe a little bit sooner than the sign on the left, but here it's really important that you get a nice and wide entry into the corner so you can get a better exit out of the turn. And as you can see, a long straight in front of it. It's not really a straight, you have this corner, but this corner is done at like full speed, no lifting, no nothing, and we're gonna cross the finishing line in 1:38.593. I think was really a decent time to do this track guide video. So guys, if you like the video, please smash that like button, and of course, as usual, subscribe to the channel. Until the next time guys, bye.